In January, I comically fell and tragically broke my right shoulder. Um, PLS has significantly limited both the legs and my left arm, and my best limb was my right arm. The fall was so ridiculous, I stepped on a Duplo, which is like a big Lego. I saw them in front of me and I responsibly tried to slowly move out of the space with the Duplos, not knowing there was actually one right behind me. I stepped on the Duplo, the lightning through the leg, two awkward steps to the right, and I start to go. There's a wall. I think I'm going to put my hand out and stop the entire weight of my body falling with just my right arm and the torque on the shoulder. I fall down, it starts shaking. It's bad. It's broken. And it started this very, very challenging cascade of days and months. The number of limitations I would experience every day not being able to use this, it was high. And every time I hit one of those limitations, I would hear I would hear this song in my head, this line from a song by this singer petercetera. If you don't know his name, you know his voice. I am so jealous of him. He has a voice that's so instantly recognizable. Two words, and you know that is that guy. It sounds like a warm brass instrument. Nobody sounds like him. He was the bass player and one of the singers in a band called Chicago, and was with them for 17 albums. And the last album, they had a big 2-hour meeting about the title, and they ended with Chicago 17 was the name of that album. Came out in 84, but I don't have to tell you that. And there was the song Hard Habit to Break. And there was a line in that song that would go through my head every time one of these limitations happened. Don't know what you got until it's gone. I would try to do my petercetera impression for you. I don't sing as well anymore, but I heard it so many times a day. He was with me. Thank you, Peter. It was a really, really hard several months. I'm sure I was very unpleasant to live with. I'm already experiencing so much loss. The year prior, I lost so much physical functioning, and I was still able to take care of the kids. And breaking my shoulder meant we had to find sort of round the clock daycare so that my wife could work. I love putting my littlest to bed, and it was so hard. I would experience a lot of pain. I figured out a way I could do it and told myself, I don't think I'm re-injuring doing this, getting her from the chair into the crib. I just couldn't let go of being able to do that. But every time I fell after that, I would use my arms to try to stop myself and would re-aggravate the injury. I went back for x-rays on the right and the left several times thinking, shit, I broke something again. I know it. I did 4 weeks of ortho PT to try to rehab this. It was supposed to be 8, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I've been to so many doctor's offices, and people are afraid to work on me and work with me. It's a lot. It's a lot if you're not used to a patient like this. The way my limbs respond is weird, and I think people felt afraid they were going to do something to hurt me, and they would just feel like, okay, let's be real gentle here. And feeling, it was hard feeling like, gosh, you're actually afraid to work with me. Um, Similar to the feeling I would get from people who would just see me walking in a store. You see it in their face and in their body, like taking it all in, and it's kind of upsetting. And um, one of the things I did to heal was I got an ice pack that's designed to sort of strap on your shoulder, and a compression shirt that's specifically designed to compress shoulders for injury recovery. And I would walk around with this compression shirt and a ice pack under the shoulder, looking like a hunchback. I did not seduce anyone over the corpse of someone I killed, like Richard III, but experiencing this over the last 18 months and experiencing the extra pain and the uncomfortable gazes from people looking at my shape as I'm walking made me think, like, I don't think I'm going to kill somebody and then seduce somebody and their family over the corpse, but I sort of understand it a little more now. Like, this feels horrible. This is so much grief and so much loss and so much physical pain and so much inadequacy. Every fucking day I would run into something that I couldn't do to help the family that I used to be able to do. And that was really hard. I'm lucky to have a very, very good therapist, and I talk to her every week, and it's been another thing that's helped me be able to work through some of this stuff. And I think her naming grief and loss helped me, just to know that was one of the things I was experiencing. At the end of the song, Hard Habit to Break, he has the line, this is so manipulative that I'm sharing this, but it was in my head. It's fair because it was fucking in my head. He says, I'm not going to cry. He says, and it's not at all a metaphor for like my whole body and not just my shoulder. He says, being without you takes a lot of getting used to. You learned. Now the fucking thing is happening. You learn to live with it, but I don't want to.